What's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Headshot and thank you for joining us. Today I'm going to tell you the top 5 guns I would not buy again. That's it. Alright, this is all this video is about, and this is in no way meant to bash any of these guns. But for one reason or another, I would not buy these guns again, and I'm going to tell you those reasons here in a minute. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Top 5 guns I would not buy again. I would like to ask you guys to hit that little red button down below that says subscribe, notification bell right next to it. Help us hit 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching and all your support. At whatever level you support us, thank you. All right, so let's start with number 5. And this is kind of funny because I actually still do have a good relationship with this company, but the Honor Guard. All right, you'll remember this pistol we did way back when. I was very excited about this gun because I was like, man, this is the carry gun that has it all kinds of features, nice sights on it, front and rear slide serrations, great grip texturing, just had a lot of awesome features, but the trigger would not reset on the gun. I mean, you had to manually push it back into place. They did end up fixing the gun, and I did a part 2 where I showed that the gun was fixed, but overall the gun just was not for me. And the owner of the company still contacts me to this day. You know, if I'm ever in his area, you know, come by, check the place out, see what they've done. And I believe that they are a good company with good people. That particular gun, I wouldn't buy it again. All right, I had trouble with it, and I was able to get those troubles resolved. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have had great luck with it. It just wasn't for me. Simple as that. The Beretta Apx. Now, I got roasted on this video, and probably rightfully so, but in my defense, I tried to take this gun apart the way the manual tells you to take the gun apart, all right? But I should have looked it up and just seen that, hey, you know, you can take it apart by just pulling the trigger and blah, 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 blah. Other than that, I just didn't like the way the gun looked, didn't really necessarily care for the way the gun shot. It just was one of those guns that did not resonate with me. Is almost immediately, as soon as I had the review done, everything was good, the gun was sold, haven't seen it since. So that gun I did not care for. Again, I got roasted on the video. Sometimes it happens. I make mistakes. I am not Jesus making videos here, so sometimes it's like that. But the Beretta Apx was not for me, and that is a gun I would not buy again. Alright, so this one may surprise some people, but the FNX 45 Tactical. I still have it, obviously, but I would not buy it again. And I don't really have a great reason for that. But what I can tell you is in my hands, I have never been the best shot with this gun. It gets super dirty because of the color. That's, again, not a good reason. I already told you I don't have a really good reason. I've just never been the best shot with this gun. Gets dirty super quick. I like the trigger. It's okay in single action. But the reason I keep it around is because there's really nothing like it. A 15-round gun, 45, 3 magazines. Great suppressor host, I will say that. But it's just not a gun I'm super excited about, and I don't take it out to the range. Unless we have a suppressor to review that's N45, you'll hardly ever see me shooting this gun. Even though the concept of it is awesome, I just would not buy it again, even though I keep it in my collection because, again, there's not much like it. Number 2 on this list is another one that may surprise some people, the Ruger LCP2. Now, I came between this gun and the Glock 42. Miss Headshot actually likes the Glock 42, and I personally like the Glock 42 shooting-wise compared to this gun. This gun is probably the easiest gun to conceal, and I've even said as much in videos that it's an easy gun to conceal and one of the best pocket guns. Because if you need a gun that you absolutely cannot print, or you just really sensitive to weight or whatever, this is a great gun, and I still stand by that. But it's just not a gun I would buy again. I personally, in its place, would buy a Glock 42, a Db9 Gen4, maybe even a Glock 43. And personally, I think you could go up in size a little bit and get a gun that is a little bit more enjoyable to shoot, because the idea is that, yeah, it's great that you have a super small gun like this that you can carry anywhere, anytime, but if you don't want to take it to the range and you don't want to shoot it, then you may fall into that trap of just carrying it, never shooting it, and then what happens if you need it and you're, you know, hitting a granny 30 yards in the opposite direction? So you got to think about these things. You got to be able to, you want to take your carry gun to the range more than any gun you take to the range. And if you hate shooting the thing, chances are you're not going to want to take it to the range and run rounds through it. So I'd opt for something a little bit bigger and a little bit more comfortable that you could take to the range and shoot, and still have a small light package that will not print as bad. And an honorable mention here, and it's not a gun that I bought, but if I had the choice of buying it, I would not buy it. The PSA 1911. So I have a good relationship with Palmetto State Armory, but I've tried the PSA 1911 now twice, and both times I have not gotten the thing to run correctly. So I have still not reviewed the gun, and I may not. I'm just being honest with you guys. That's my honorable mention. But number one is the Diamondback AM2. Now, full disclaimer, I didn't buy this gun, but if I had the choice, I would not buy this gun. Again, Diamondback, they sent us the Db9 Gen4. I actually like that gun a lot. The AM2 gave us some issues, and we got it back. It seems like the issues have been resolved, but it's just another one of those kind of Beretta Apx or Honor Guard kind of guns. I just can't get used to it. It's just not my cup of tea. And for the price of the gun you're talking about, I would be looking at things like the Taurus G2C or the G23 that's coming out. I'm just not a fan. It doesn't resonate with me. I don't shoot that well with it, and I had issues, and it kind of skewed my opinion of the AM2. And one thing about this gun too is it kind of hurts to shoot. Just pulling the trigger after a single magazine, something about the blade, and you can go over and watch my review. I talk about this in the review of the Diamondback AM2, but it just hurts to shoot. And again, it's one of those guns that just doesn't resonate with me like that. But those are 5 guns that I just would not buy again. And if you have a specific gun or a list of your own of 5 guns, leave them down in the comments below. Tell me what you would not buy again. Sometimes when you buy guns, and when you buy a lot of them, sometimes you're going to have ones that you don't like or don't resonate well with you. And that's the beauty. You can go out and sell them, and most of the time get your money back unless you paid a stupid amount for it. So that's the good thing about firearms. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.